Hello, Oklahoma. I'm here in the Oklahoman studio with Terry Neese. Thank you so much for being here, Terry.
Good to see you.
It's so great to see you.
Thanks.
And I mean, we could talk about a million things. You've done so much for Oklahoma and Oklahoma's women, but today we're here to talk about the Jewel Fashion Show, which is coming up. It's part of your Peace Through Business program through the Institute for Economic Empowerment of Women.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. The fashion show you do every year, and it's one way that you raise money for the Peace Through Business program.
It is, and as a matter of fact, it's our 5th annual Jewel Fashion Show. The clothes are provided by R. Myers and Spencer Stone. Our MCs for the event are Dean Blevins and Dr. Susan Chambers.
Fun.
And all the proceeds from this do go back to educating more women.
Yes.
We've now graduated around 500 women who've created a little over 12,000 jobs over the last 9 years.
Amazing.
Which is really, it is amazing.
So just to explain what the Peace Through Business program is, you go into Rwanda and Afghanistan,
Correct.
work with female entrepreneurs there. You accept about 35 women from each country to go through a 10-week training course.
That's correct.
And then the top 15 from each country get to come to America. You pair them up with female entrepreneurs here.
Yes.
Give them really specialized business training, and then they get to participate in the fashion show and different things like that. So how is their week going to unfold? Or it's more than a week, but it's coming up pretty soon. They'll be here.
They'll be here actually July 7th, going through a leadership development boot camp. That'll be in Dallas. They'll come into Oklahoma City July 12th. And they're mentored with a like industry. So Dr. Susan Chambers is a mentor, Dr. Deborah Huff is a mentor this year. Many of the Oklahoma women entrepreneurs who have mentored over the last 9 years have said, I learned more from them than they could possibly learn from me. So it's a great two-way street on the mentorship portion of this. And the women from Afghanistan and Rwanda say, this is the most special of all the training. The 10-week course in country is great. The leadership development courses here is great, but we learn so much by living and working with Oklahoma women entrepreneurs.
So they actually live with the women.
They actually live and work with the women while they're here for about a week.
Okay, so some of the mentors here, you mentioned Susan Chambers. Who are a couple of the other mentors?
Dr. Deborah Huff, and Vicki Park, and Nancy Hyde, Jan Hill, who also owns Eden Salon, who is also involved in our fashion show. And
another awesome aspect of the fashion show is that 5 women from different nonprofits will be chosen for full makeovers, and they're going to get new outfits from Worth.
Right.
New hairstyles and everything from Eden Salon.
Right, yeah, Eden Salon's going to do the makeovers for women from 5 different nonprofits here in Oklahoma City. And then Worth Clothing actually donated $60,000 in clothes that we will be able to give to local nonprofit. Suited for Success is involved with us, the Downtown Y. And so what a blessing for them to have these types of clothes so they can go out and look for jobs, search for employment in our state. And it's a real blessing for them. So
you've also got a pretty exciting keynote speaker for the Dallas event?
We do, and so the women will go back to Dallas for an International Women's Economic Summit where they will really focus on their country and what they can do when they go back home. And they graduate at the Bush Presidential Library in Dallas, and our graduation commencement speaker this year is Carly Fiorina, former CEO of Hewlett-Packard, a businesswoman, and also got her start in the corporate world at AT&T, who is one of our national sponsors.
Well, she's a perfect example of a female entrepreneur, right?
She is.
Right.
She is.
And so are you.
We've talked about that a lot. I mean, I think it's important that the women in Oklahoma and Afghanistan and Rwanda hear from someone who actually went to work as a secretary in a real estate company. That's what Carly's first job was. Then went to AT&T and then CEO of Hewlett-Packard. And actually increased their revenues triple-fold to $90 billion when she was CEO of Hewlett-Packard. So I think hearing from her and hearing her story of how she rose to the top of that company is really enlightening and inspirational for these women. So we'd love for people, men and women, believe me, we love men. We want them to be involved with us. and many are sponsors, so it's important that they too come to the fashion show and come to the graduation as well.
Right. Okay, so the fashion show is coming up July 14th.
Fashion show is July 14th.
And so people can get tickets to the fashion show?
Online. The fashion show will be held at the Will Rogers Center on Western, and they can go to IEEW.org and purchase tickets.
Okay.
Tickets are $60 if you purchase before the event, so go online, purchase the tickets. You can actually meet the Afghan women, meet the Rwanda women, meet the Oklahoma women who are mentoring them and working with them, talk with our sponsors, Coca-Cola, Lakeside Women's Hospital, Dr. Susan Chambers, Allen Style Homes, Johnston Builders. Okay. It'll be a great, fun evening, July 14th. 6 o'clock is the VIP lounge time, and the fashion show actually starts at 7 o'clock. So it'll be a great evening.
It will be a great evening.
And all proceeds go to educating more women, every single penny.
Well, also I want to congratulate you before we go for 40 years in business with Terry Neese Personnel.
Yes.
You'll celebrate that anniversary in July. So congratulations on that.
Thank
amazing.
You. I started the company when I was only 7 years old.
Now, that's right. So you were an amazing young entrepreneur.
Young entrepreneur,
all
yes.
our life. So thanks so much for being here and
Thank
telling
you.
us all about
Thank you
the
for having
program.
me.